Hello there, and thanks for joining me once again at my tying bench. And in this tutorial I'm going to tie you up a wet fly that you've probably seen quite often. It's the gray hackle peacocks rather. And I'm just going to show you a different way that I tie it sometimes. I find it's a little more durable this way, and I don't put a tail on this particular version. And it's an easy tie. I figured I'd tie one that, if there's some of you out there that are just starting to tie, this is a good practice for to start tying wet flies, and I thought you might like to see this one tied up. So we'll get this guy the vise here and a fresh hook in, and I'll get started. I'm using my regular Mustad 3399 wet fly hook, and I'll tie this guy on a size 12 for you this time. This is about as large as I tie this little guy, on a 12, but you can tie him on a 10 if you wish, and for the biggest size if you'd like to. So for thread I'm using Danville 6/0 black. So we'll start that right behind the eye here a little ways, about a hook eye length or so. And we'll get our thread base down like we usually do here. Working back towards the barb there. And I'll snip off that tag end. Alrighty. So now I have some small for the tag and the rib on this fly. I'm using some ultra wire and small copper ultra wire, and what I'll do is tie that in here right at the bend, and I'll go down about just a little ways on the bend of the hook there, and then come back up, and that'll be our tag. And I'll just simply wrap that forward just to cover up our thread wraps there. And sometimes I find it a little easier to turn the vise on the side to do this. So just bear with me, folks. And about 6 to 8 wraps is usually what I put on for the tag. And I'll come up around and tie that off right there. So that gives us our little wire tag on the end there. Then I want to sort of tie that off, work it down towards the bottom there, because that's going to be our rib, and then I'm just going to fold it back as well on the bottom of the hook and tie that down. Just like so, then come forward, and I'll stick that in the material clip for now. Okay, so next is our body, and peacock herl is on this guy. So I got 4 strands here, and going to cut off the brittle tips and tie that in. Okay, we'll tie this guy in on my side here. And wrap back to right in front of our wire tag there. Then I'll take my finger and make a loop. So I'm sure you know by now, I always make a peacock rope when I'm tying anything with a peacock body. I'll proceed forward with my thread and stop it at where I want to tie that off. And we'll grab our hackle pliers here and give that a little twist. Okay, now we'll wrap that forward to form the body, giving it a couple more twists as we go up, just to keep the rope nice and tight. Just like so here. One more little twist. Alright, now I want to tie that off there, so I want to have lots of room for tie off that wire in our hackle. Okay, snip the excess rope off of there. Okay, so now I'm going to take that our wire in the rear here and wrap it, counter wrap forward for a rib. And this is what I find it makes this fly super durable, is using that wire rib as well as the peacock rope. You can catch a lot of fish on this little guy before you have to worry about it coming apart or anything. And wrap our wire forward towards the eye there. Make some more snug wraps. Then we'll just give that little helicopter off, just like so. Right, and our last step on this little eye is our grizzly soft hackle. Okay, I have one ready here, and I got the hackle fiber stroked back and the tip's exposed there. We're going to tie it in by the tip like usual on a wet fly. So I'll tie that in on the tip here, right on top. And then we'll fold it back onto itself here. Reach in, give it a little pull. Okay, one wrap behind that just to prop it up a little bit. And then I'm going to move forward and stop my thread right behind the eye. Next, we'll grab these little plunger style pliers here and wrap our hackle. It's a very quick and easy tie. Like I say, it's a good one for if you're just starting tying, so I thought I'd share this one. It's a good wet fly to start on too if you want to start tying wet flies. We'll just stroke the fibers back. And we'll probably get all this hackle on there likely. Just proceed forward there. Okay, we'll tie that off right there. Matter of fact, we used almost all of it on this guy, not quite, but close. Okay, a couple more securing wraps, then I'm going to fold everything back. Sweep it all back and tie down that hackle stem there. Just like so. Alrighty. And I'm just going to a couple stray fibers here I want to gather up here. I can maybe pull that one back and catch it in. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna find that little hackle stem there and snip him out. He's in there somewhere, folks. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay, so I'm just gonna fold everything back, build a little head, whip finish, and he's done. That's all there is to this little gray hackle peacock fly with the wire tag and rib. So I'll just give it a good whip finish here. Just flatten my thread out a little bit first. And we'll get a good whip finish on them. There we go. Give that a nice snug little pull. Snip off that excess thread. And there she be. Very simple tie. But like a lot of flies, they're simple, but they definitely are effective. So all I'm going to do now is put a little drop of head spin on this guy. He's good to go. Start my head spin out here. Give a little on the thread wraps. And a little bit on the bottom side there. There we have it. Done deal. So definitely tie a few of these guys up if you haven't already done this pattern, and just use the wire for the tag and the rib. It makes it nice and durable indeed. Let's see if I can get a little close up there for you. Yeah. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, go ahead and hit that good old subscribe button there, and the like button also. And if you have any comments, put them down below, and share this video with your friends if you can. And I really appreciate y'all watching. So Until next time, everyone, happy tying out there. I'll see y'all again soon. And so long for now, folks.